Hello everyone, I'm Steve Andrews, and I'm sure you've heard of how we all have an inner child and how you can get in touch with your inner child and you should cherish your inner child. Anyway, this is my inner child. This is little Steve. There I am. And there's another one of me with a tortoise. And the reason I'm showing you these photos of little Steve and talking about little Steve is because today I want to mark the day as a day in which I make something public and I give up something. I give up something which has been a problem for me all my life, and that is I've been a people pleaser. And being a people pleaser, I've also judged myself. I judge myself negatively. And this is no good. I've really just had enough of it. And I know I've tried before to change. But today, as I say, I want to mark it. This is the end. I'm done with being a people pleaser. I'm done with judging myself. And I just want to tell you how it all started for me. It started for me, as it does with so many people, with abuse in some way. And on the wall behind me, you can see John Lennon and Yoko Ono. John had a song called Working Class Hero, and in that song, he sings, "They hurt you at home, they hit you at school." And that is actually what happened to me. I was hurt at home and I was hit at school. The first teacher I had used to hit me. Anyway, at home, the reason I was hurt at home was before I was born, my mum and dad, they'd lost a little boy who was called Robin. He was only 2 and he passed away from cancer. My mum was still grieving that. So she used to take it out on me. And she used to compare me unfavorably with Robin. So if I did something a bit wrong, whatever, it was like Robin would never have done that. Robin was a good boy. And sometimes she said really horrific things to me. She said she wished she'd never had me. And she said that when I was older, nobody would ever want me. Now, as it happens, that kind of came about as a self-fulfilling prophecy because I've only had a few relationships in my life. And none of them have been, what I could call a happy, successful relationships. They've all ended. And I've been on my own most of the time as an adult. So that's some of the harm that came my way. But how it really kind of came into play for me was I was lacking in self-esteem from my childhood on because I always wanted to be a good boy. I wanted to prove that I was good. And luckily, and this is something which was good for me, was I connected with nature. There you can see I'm with a tortoise. And I discovered nature in the garden, and I fell into nature as my world. That was my big connection. That's remained with me. So that was the benefit. That was on the good side. But the bad side was bad because as I've just told you, my self-esteem was low. I used to find fault with myself, and I used to always be trying to be good and trying to impress people in whatever way I could. Now, in my life, by the time I got to my late teens, early 20s, I was suffering from depression, anxiety states. I was taking drugs. I was drinking too much. I was actually prescribed Valium for a long time for my anxiety states and depression, and that gave me another addiction. I've had addictions. I've quit my addictions. I quit drugs years ago. I quit drinking. I quit smoking. So all those things I've been able to get on top of. But being a people pleaser and self-judging, that's remained with me. So that's why I just want to say today, I want to get it out there. I want to make it public. I am done with being a people pleaser. I am done with judging myself as a failure or judging myself as I could have done better. Because every time I do that, I'm judging little Steve, and he does not deserve this. He does not deserve to be judged for being a failure or not being good enough. There he is. There's little Steve. And I just wanted to share that with you all. I'm Steve Andrews. Thank you for watching. I am done with being a people pleaser.